Our fellowship program has been around since the early 90s, and we typically have a fellowship slot per year. Some years we have two, and we also have a very strong track record of training combined medicine pediatric endocrinology fellows.
I think one of the biggest strengths in how we train fellows is our really impressive faculty. Many of our faculty participate in a diverse range of things, including clinical research, basic science research, clinical practice, and also medical education. And so our fellows have the opportunity to learn from those faculty and then also discover their own path throughout their fellowship.
We say we have a referral base of about 5 million, and all roads lead to Riley. So they have fabulous clinical training, but then combined with that, they have incredible opportunities for scholarship productivity. And our fellows, by the end of their training, have typically published anywhere from 4 to 7 first authored peer-reviewed publications. That's pretty unique among fellowship programs in our field.
The fellows really become the head of the team through their first year, and then definitely as they become second and third years, it's who the medical students and the residents and the patient and parents really look to for that kind of final decision on the plan. But there's always the comfort of the attending is always there, in the background for any kind of questions or support or needing to add something. You really don't get to become better and get to develop confidence unless someone gives you that opportunity to do it yourself.
We're used to taking fellows who really have no research experience and then guiding them through that process. And usually by the end of the first 6 months, they have a mentor identified, have a project identified that they're going to be working on, and then they can start to engage in that as the rest of their fellowship goes on.
I'm currently getting all of my stuff put together to do an islet biology project, which is we're going to be doing type 1 diabetes research where we look at selective factors involved in diabetes onset and look to see if we manipulate those factors through some genetic manipulation, if we can influence how fast or how slow the progression of diabetes is.
I think that one of the advantages of having the fellow as the lead of the team is that the residents have direct contact with the fellow for any questions, and I think that medical students and residents can often feel more comfortable. It's less intimidating to have the fellow to go to for questions than to go straight to the attending. So, and then it's, kind of a two-way street, because then it gives the fellow the opportunity to be on the forefront of being able to answer whatever questions may come at them from the team.
Typically will develop their own talks on different topics, and typically on the inpatient side, they'll take the residents and medical students aside and give them didactic presentations. So they leave here with sort of a portfolio.
It's a ton about people's lives when their families are growing, they have lots of demands that take place outside the work environment, and we are really happy to accommodate.
I'm a certified yoga teacher, and I teach a weekly yoga class, and historically most of my students have been our fellows, and for some of them that's been a really important part of their stress management. We also have a book club for our fellows, and we also have fellow, we call it, well, it's sort of fellow happy hour. It's called fellow wellness. But every few months we take just the fellows out on a Friday, usually after work, and have a beer and just spend some time together.
Indiana and Indianapolis is a pretty easy city to live in. The cost of living is not very high. Traffic in general is not that bad. Housing costs are not bad. People can live within a pretty easy commute from the hospital.
It's a little gem of a city. Whatever your interests are, you will find it here. I personally live up by Eagle Creek Park, which is this enormous, beautiful park that I can bike out my front door and go biking, hiking, kayaking, but then I can be at work in under 20 minutes. I came here right out of fellowship, and that'll be 28 years ago in July, and I truly believe I could not have found a better job anywhere in the country.